Hey, I'm presenting Mars transit effect starting from 11th of May till 20th of June 2026, and this is a complete report. This report of Mars transit is a report of Mars transit of 40 days and in hours, 960 hours. So please press the bell for liking. Become our subscriber. You can become our YouTube subscriber and you can become our app subscriber. YouTube subscription have a lot of benefit, but if you go to my website prakashastrologer.com and register yourself with the Android app and join the app, you have a lot of benefit to join the app. First thing first, you have access to all the content weekly, monthly, yearly, according to your moon sign and according to your rising sign. Plus, you register with my app, I'll offer you one-to-one complimentary basic consultation. You can ask any question, I'll give you an answer. And it's according to basic consultation, complimentary. So visit my website, join the app, and as well as visit my YouTube channel and become our subscriber. Lot of benefit. You can learn a lot. Wish you all the very best of luck. Thank you. Significance of transiting Mars from 11th of May 2026 till 20th of June 2026. The whole time, the effect of Mars for each and every sign, moon sign, rising sign. You can view this according to your birth chart, according to your Lagna chart, according to your moon sign. For all of you. First thing first, your introduction for the Mars transit. Why this is so important? Mars has traditionally been considered as a malefic planet in astrology. That is more likely to produce evil than good. But this is not so. Although, as is the case with any planet, if the energy of Mars are allowed to operate to excess, its effect can be quite difficult. But usually there is nothing to fear from its transit. And in fact, its energies are a vital part of our life. Mars is an energy planet. We all need energy. Who doesn't? Specifically, it rules the energy that an individual uses to maintain himself or herself in the face of a pressure from his or her environment, which is most important for all of us. The Mars energy says, that is what I am, and I can be no other way. We all want that. That is what I am, and I can be no other way. That is a Mars energy. And Mars prepared the individual for to fight. If necessary, to maintain his or her position thoroughly. Obviously, one can have no individuality without Mars's energy. Without this Mars's energy, no. It is a fundamental part of the ego, the whole drive. And anyone in whom this energy is weak is not much of a personality. We are all impressed by the personality. Person with a weak Mars often do the things that are attributed to a strong Mars, such as acting extremely irritable, argumentative all the time. These people have to constantly assure themselves that they are strong all the time, which would be unnecessary. If they really were strong, they don't need that kind of assurance. Some people keep on repeating themselves. I'm strong, I'm strong, I'm strong. When the Mars is weak, you carry on doing this. If Mars is strong, you don't need to do that at all. It is true, however, that a person with a strong Mars is likely to be rather very much domineering. Mars is also connected with the work and physical energy. And often its transits signify a day when you feel very energetic, very vigorous. In fact, one way to ensure that Mars transit will not cause dispute or argument with others, which is a sign of malfunctioning Mars energy, is to have a plenty of hard work to do. The negative side of Mars most often manifests itself when there is no other outlet for its energy. The energy is there, but there is no other outlets at all. As Mars transit each planet in your horoscope, the area of life related to that planet will become energized. When Mars transit with Venus, you seek out physical love, intimacy. When Mars transit Mercury, you look for mental activity, very much sharp mental activity. But there is no more than that. When Mars transit a planet, your ego drive are likely to incorporate that planet's energy. You will try to establish your individuality toward other things through the issue related to that planet. This can result in conflict with others if energy gets too strong or encounter serious resistance from others. And of course, there is nothing wrong with a good fight if it serves some purpose. Fighting is one way to learn about your own strength in an interpersonal sense. As Mars transits each house, the affair of that house becomes energized, just as with transited planet. And also you will be most active who seek to assert yourself through the affair of the house occupied by transiting Mars. Here again, you are most likely to have a conflict with others in this area of your life. The only danger with Mars is that its energies, when submitted to a physical level, can signify accident, specifically from burns or fire or crash, and illness involving fever or very acute infection. This is often the result of frustrated ego energy, although you may have to dig around in your psyche to realize that this. You must learn to express your resentment and anger, for they are a legitimate part of your being, your expression. Scorpio, May 2026, the Mars transit. The transit of Mars in 6th house to Scorpio is starting from 11th of May. It will carry on till 20th of June 2026. During this time period, Mars will move through your 6th house. Mars is placed in your 6th house. Mars is the lord of your 6th house. Mars is the lord of your own 1st house. And Mars transiting through 6th house. Mars 4th aspect on your 9th house. 7th aspect on your 12th house. 8th aspect in your own sign. So during this particular period, there will be a living conflict in your relationship. You will be quite worried due to your partnership and relationship. There will be a rising luck and prosperity and participating in religious events. You'll be traveling abroad. There will be a rising in expenditure. You might go abroad and gain from abroad. You must look after your health, linked with blood and bladders and feet. You will annihilating your opponents and having a success in any matter of litigation. Your status will be rising. You will be enjoying favor from those people who have power or from the government. You will acquire wealth and vehicle. Benefit will come to you due to favor from those people who have lot of power. In general, you will have various comforts. You create enmity on account of your spouse and can suffer losses. During this particular period, Mars will move through your 6th house. This donate good timing. This time period will see you gaining wealth, acquiring gold, valuable items, assets, unprecedented reaping unprecedented profit in your business. If employed, you may expecting a much awaited promotion, honor at your work. Most of you would see success in all your undertaking, the improvement in overall financial condition, which would make you feel more secure, comfortable and happy. You would also be able to live in peace in mind, and sense of fearlessness would prevail in you. This is also a time to win over your enemies. You are also expecting a ceasefire of your previous quarrels. If you are caught up in any court case, you are expecting a judgment that would favor you. Most of your enemies would withdraw. Victory would be yours. You're likely to command more respect, more honor in society. Some of you also performing charitable deeds at this time. Health will be fine. You would get rid of your previous health issues. Mars in 6th house. At this time, you would throw your energy into working hard, getting things done. In contrast to this transit through the 5th house, now you are much more able to defer tomorrow's pleasure for today's work. In fact, you are likely to take considerable pride in how much work you can do during this particular period of time, during this particular transit. So the best way to handle this energy is to find plenty of work and do it. But there are lot of inherent problems with this transit. The 6th house is a house of service, by which astrologer means that you should place the need of others above your own ego gratification. The classic notion of 6th house is a work done for the sake of someone else, usually an employer or other such person. But this kind of work does not square very well with ego-oriented energy of Mars. You may not want to work for someone else. Instead, you want the credit for your accomplishment for yourself, so that you are identify with you, what you do. This can lead to a conflict with your superior and general difficulty in your work situation. Even if you are the employer, there may be some difficulty if the people who work for you feel that you are not giving them enough credit. The best solution is to maneuver yourself into a position where you don't have to work with or for any other any more than necessary. If you're not self-employed, that's a problem. But you may be able to get some work that require working alone and depend largely upon your individual initiative. This is not a time to be team player. No, because you will not get that credit then. The 6th house is the house of health, but this transit of Mars through it can signify health problems such as infection, fever, accident. But these are probably the result of frustrated ego energies, which are characteristics of this transit. Keep up a program of rigorous physical activity and avoid any situation that is not good for your health. Above all, do not keep your frustration bottled up in any silent patience, for you are likely to become ill if you do.